Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ben with Eritabe Gardens, Georgia, Zone 7. Today is September 20th. We know that very soon we'll be deep in fall and we'll go into winter. Now, fig trees are deciduous trees. It means they lose their leaves in winter, in fall and winter, and then they go dormant. And when they go dormant, all these leaves will fall away, and all the nutrient in the tree will go down into the root, and will be there till when it is spring again, and then the nutrients in the roots will start coming back up again into the tree, and then it will start producing new leaves, new growth. Now with fig trees, there are some fig varieties that produce early varieties of figs. There are some that produce figs in the middle of the season, and there are some figs varieties or trees that produce figs late. Now, if you have fig trees of these three different categories, you realize that by now, all the fig trees that produce early fruits, you won't have any fruit on those trees anymore. Like brown turkey, celeste, and other varieties that produce figs early. Except if they didn't start producing figs on time. Now let me show you here. I still have figs. Look at this. This is my Adriatic JH, and it's still loaded with figs, and today is September 20th. And in October, between middle and ending or early part of November, we're expecting the first frost. But it does not mean because you have the first frost that is the end of the figs, because the first frost might not be too bad, and then there will be period between the first frost and the second frost. But look at what this tree has done. On its own, it has shed off leaves. Look at all these leaves falling off from this tree. With all these leaves falling off, it's sending a signal to the tree. It's trying to make the tree to think that it is in fall already, and the tree will want to ripen all these figs. And in China, they do that a lot. If you've seen videos of a fig farm in China, in Japan that I've seen, they remove all the leaves and leave the figs on the tree, and you'll be surprised that the fig will still ripe on the tree. You will think because it has lost its leaves, it won't ripe. It will. So this tree has done it on its own. It has lost all the leaves, or most of the leaves. So still having some leaves left, so I'm going to remove this one, this leaf, so that it will ripe most of these figs, if not all. Let me show you what I'm saying. Now look at this fig here. It's beginning to ripe. You see, this is my Adriatic JH. Now this fig is beginning to ripe, even though it has lost all of its leaves, but it is beginning to ripe. So there is hope for me to get, if not all of them, but most. I don't think this will make it. I don't think this will make it, but all these ones here will make it. So removing the leaves will help the trees. Here is another tree. This is my I'm sorry. This is my Battaglia green. Now most of the leaves fell off on their own. Do you see this color changing? This color is changing gradually. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cut these leaves. It has started removing the leaves on its own, but I'm going to remove these leaves so that all the nutrients, all the energy will be going into these fruits. Now if you look at the top here, you can see that it's still growing and trying to produce figs. So the best thing is to cut off. Okay, let me do it this way. Is to cut off the top. Is to cut off the top so that all the nutrients will not be going up anymore. Will not try to keep growing. So now all of the nutrients will now be going into these figs to ripen the figs. And then one other thing also I'm going to do here is all these good looking leaves, I'm going to preserve them for fig tea. If you have watched my video, I have 2 videos on how to make fig leaf tea. Fig leaf tea, and how you can preserve these leaves for fig leaf tea. So all these ones that are good, I'm going to make use of them. They're not going to waste. This leaf, I'm going to make use of it. This leaf, I'm going to make use of it, because this leaf still looks good. This leaf still looks good. So I'm going to use it for tea. Now let me show you my tree, another tree. Look at this. Look at all the leaves dropping. And now that the leaves dropped off, look at, it's getting ripe. It's getting ripe. It's getting ripe. Now these leaves fell off on their own, and after falling off, look at all this. Look at, this is beginning to ripe. This is beginning to ripe. I did not do this. This tree shedded its own leaves, and now look at. So the best thing is remove all the little figs that were not ripe, and also remove the leaves. So because of this happening, no leaves, look at, the figs are ripening by themselves. Even with that top still growing, but look at figs ripening up. So there is hope of having ripe figs. So what you have to do is to remove the leaves. Now look at this tree, did this on its own. Remove the leaves and start ripening up. I didn't do this. Now look at my Chester peach. Still have so many figs on it. Now it has started reducing the leaves on its own also. Look at these leaves. You see, it just fell off. Look at this leaf, just fell off. This leaf fell off easily. So what do? Help it faster by cutting off these leaves, and that will help it. You see, this one will fall off easily because it's drying up. So you help the tree by removing the leaves. Now remember, all these good leaves, when I cut them, I'm going to dry them for my fig tea. All these top leaves, see, they're looking good. I'm going to use them for my tea. So this is what you do. Cut off these leaves, and if you have any fig, little fig still on this tree that you know will not ripe, just break it off. Look at down here, you see the leaves drop off by itself, and look at this one is ripening. This one here, let me show you. This one here is ripening. Look at the leaves drop off here and it's ripening. So what do? Help the tree to cut the leaves so that all the energy, all the nutrients will be going into the leaves. Now be careful of this lead sap that comes out. Well, for me, it does not affect me because of the color of my skin. It does not affect me. I've had few of them on my skin, but some people, it will cause rash on them. So be careful of those sap. So cut off all these leaves. You see the leaves falling off there, and the fig is ripening. So this is what you have to do. Remove. Look at that, you see? That's it. Look at. And they will stay ripe. Remove these leaves. Remove the leaves. Look at. And now you will see that your figs will start ripening, and two, there will be direct sunlight. Look at that sun on this. See, now all the leaves that are protecting or covering the figs from sun, you see, now these have direct sunlight, and that will help it to ripe faster because the sun is going to touch them directly. No more shading from the sun. So thank you for watching this video. Please like this video, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Click on the subscription button, and also click on the notification bell so that every time I upload new video, you will be notified. I'm glad I can share this knowledge with you, the knowledge that God gave me. I'm happy to share it with you. So I see you in my next video. God bless you real good. Bye.